What's up, guys? Raiden here. Today we got a game of Search and Destroy on launch. And as I was sitting here trying to think of a topic to discuss in this commentary, something came to mind that I haven't talked about before in any of my previous commentaries, and I haven't really heard many commentators talk about it either. And it's kind of about the gameplay. It's more along the lines of a strategy. And right off the bat I get a nice triple spray that I was excited about because I kept knifing as I was running away. But it's a strategy that I haven't heard many commentators discuss, and I think it's something that might be useful to get some pointers about if you're struggling with it. And that would be clutching. And obviously when I say clutching, I mean Search and Destroy. For those of you that may not know what that is, pretty much it's when the odds are against you, you're the only one left on your team, and there's multiple people on the other team. And you end up winning. That's called the clutch. And I know plenty of people that are good at clutching on my friends list. DJ Sky is really good at clutching. He definitely has had his fair share, and he's good at it. And I know that if it's him versus 3 people on the other team, we have really good chances of winning. Mike has his fair share of clutches as well, and Mike is more of a smart player than anything. He plays really smart and thinks things through, and that's why he's good at clutching, because he's always running things through his mind as he's playing. At least that's the way it looks like when I spectate him. And I've had my fair share of clutches. I don't want to sound like a cocky bastard, but I definitely had plenty in CoD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Most of my clutches in CoD 4 were actually when I was sniping, which is pretty cool. But I tend not to clutch so much in this game because I think it's a little more difficult to come out on top when you're by yourself because of all the things like motion sensors, and it tends to be easier to know where people are in this game. But I thought I'd give you guys some tips and pointers on how you can improve your clutch ability. And most people, when they have to clutch, they just immediately get nervous, they tense up, their hands start to get sweaty. For me, it's comfortable. It's something that I do, I don't want to say quite often, but it's something that I have done a lot in the past, and it's comfortable for me. I never get nervous. Unless it's like a clutch that I have to win in overtime to win the match, then I might get a little nervous, but if it's just like a first or second round clutch, it doesn't really matter to me. A lot of people, when they're trying to clutch, they have the fear of dying. And really, you have nothing to lose. Either you clutch or you don't. And if, let's say they plant the bomb, if you're afraid to get shot, well, either way, even if you don't move from your position and you decide not to try and defuse it, you're going to lose the round anyway, so what's holding you back? I mean, I think you should go for it either way. But, a lot of people tend to go way too slow when the other team plants the bomb, and it's easier to clutch on offense rather than defense. But let's say you're on defense, and there's 3 or 4 of the other players left, and you're the only one left on your team. As soon as the bomb's planted, start moving. I see it way too much where somebody will be trying to clutch and they take 30 seconds to get to the bomb site because they're way too cautious. It's good to be cautious and alert to some degree, but you don't want to do it so much to the point where it takes you half of the time you have to get to the bomb. So once that bomb is planted, be aggressive and go to the bomb site. I think being aggressive is a lot more, it works a lot better than trying to be really cautious and trying to find everybody and check all your corners. Being aggressive isn't the same thing as rushing in like an idiot, but I think it helps to waste as little time as possible when you're trying to defuse the bomb. And when there's more than one person left on the other team, what tends to happen is they set up a perimeter around the bomb. Whereas if it's one person, they tend to try and set up as close to the bomb as possible so they have a viewpoint of it. If you're facing multiple people, you're probably going to encounter somebody further away from the bomb than you would if it was one person. So try and be ready for that, and if it's one person, maybe chuck a stun toward the bomb site, and if they're anywhere around it, you'll hit them with it and get an idea of where they are. And I'm just going to say this guy right here gets pooped on, but if you're on offense, try and plant the bomb, because that puts pressure on the other team to try and defuse it, and it gives you a little bit of time to set up, and it gives you a better chance of winning the round in general. And you'll see here that I'm by myself and I have to clutch, and I almost had a clutch last round. It would have been nice, but unfortunately I didn't knife fast enough on the guy on the staircase. But when you're playing against people that are decent, always keep moving. Never stay in one spot for too long. Try and keep the enemy guessing as much as possible. As far as running routes or ways to go, try and be as random and unpredictable as you can, because that tends to always keep the other team on their toes and keep them guessing as to your whereabouts and what your plan is to try and clutch. But yeah, guys, I know that was really maybe a little detailed. I tried to keep it brief, but just give you guys some pointers on how you can clutch when you're by yourself. And real quick, I just wanted to mention that next week is my spring break, and my girlfriend and I are going to be going, that's weird, down to my dad's in Texas to stay there for about a week. So I'm not taking my stuff down there to record with, including like my mic and my external hard drive. So this will probably be the last video I post for a little over a week. I apologize. I know I haven't been keeping up to par lately, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. But my final score was 14-1, and thanks for watching, guys. Later.